Once upon a time, in the radiant Kingdom of Zoraya, a land filled with sunshine and laughter, there was a village so beautiful it looked like a painting. This magical place was ruled by King Jabari, a beloved monarch known for his boundless kindness and deep wisdom. His heart was vast, embracing every villager with warmth and care, ensuring they lived in peace and joy. King Jabari had one wife, Queen Alia, a graceful and thoughtful woman who stood beside him in both rule and heart. Together, they were blessed with 7 children, 4 daughters and 3 sons. Their home echoed with laughter, stories, and the vibrant spirit of youth. The daughters, Princess Oma, Princess Lila, Princess Tina, and Princess Sori, were known throughout the land not only for their beauty but also for their wild, adventurous hearts. Every day, they would run barefoot from the palace, giggling and chasing one another to the riverbank. There, they splashed water, rolled in mud, and played with abandon, their dresses drenched and hair tousled by the wind. But they didn't care, they were free, and in that freedom, they found happiness. Not everyone admired their carefree nature. Too wild, whispered the villagers. Why don't they act like real princesses? Their mother, Queen Alia, grew worried. She often sat them down, her voice soft but firm. "You are princesses, my darlings," she would say. "You must carry yourselves like it." But the princesses only laughed and twirled away, their spirits as unbridled as the breeze across the plains. They longed to live like the people they would one day serve, to explore, to understand, and to love the land. The villagers called them foolish. "They are not like us," they muttered. "They should know better." But the princesses paid no mind. To them, being true to themselves was more important than wearing a crown. Every year, Zoraya held a grand festival. This year's celebration was especially important. It was meant for the 3 princes, their brothers, to find brides. The village square came alive with music, colors, and the scent of sweet festival foods. Beautiful maidens arrived from near and far, adorned in vibrant dresses, each hoping to win the heart of a prince. From the palace windows, the 4 princesses watched, disinterested in glitter or gold. When noblemen came to ask for their hands in marriage, the princesses always had an excuse. "He's too proud," one would say. "He thinks his gold can buy love," another would sigh. Even when a very wealthy man from a faraway land came bearing extravagant gifts, offering to marry all 4 of them and make them his wives, they laughed and splashed water at him, sending him back soaked and humiliated. The villagers were shocked. "How foolish," they cried. Turning away rich and powerful men. King Jabari and Queen Alia were puzzled and saddened. "Why won't you marry?" they asked. "Your brothers are ready, and you are the elders." But the princesses only smiled. "When we find true love, we will know." As their brothers found love and celebrated their weddings, the princesses grew thoughtful. They admired the bravery of the maidens who danced before their brothers, but deep inside, they longed for something more. They didn't want a love found in a day. They wanted a love that truly understood them, one that saw beyond crowns and titles. One evening, under a sky full of stars, the 4 princesses approached their father. "Father," said Oma, the eldest, "we wish for a festival of our own. A festival where men may come not with gifts or gold, but with their hearts, talents, and stories. We want a chance to find true love." King Jabari looked into his daughter's eyes and saw the truth there. Though it broke tradition, he understood their request and agreed. "Let there be a festival," he declared. Word spread quickly, and the kingdom buzzed with excitement. Suitors came from every corner, practicing their skills, polishing their words, and dreaming of love. The village filled with music, food, and anticipation. But the princesses had one unexpected challenge. As the day of the festival arrived, the village square was alive with energy. Men arrived dressed in finery, displaying strength, wealth, and talents. Then the princesses stepped forward. "We have a challenge," they announced. To win our hearts, you must do more than show wealth or strength. You must guess our real names. A hush fell over the crowd. No one knew their names. They were only ever known as the 4 wild princesses. The suitors were baffled. They had prepared for a showcase, not a riddle. But in the quiet corners of the village lived a man named Okon. Okon was known to all, but not for fame or riches. He was the village drunkard, often seen laughing at clouds or talking to goats. People dismissed him as foolish. But inside Okon lived a spark, a sharp mind, hidden beneath layers of laughter and wine. When he heard of the challenge, something stirred inside him. Why not me, he thought. Why can't I try? And so, Okon began his quest. Day after day, he quietly followed the princesses, not too close, just enough to observe. He listened as they spoke, laughed, and played. But their names remained a secret, hidden in the language of glances and giggles. Then one day, fate intervened. The youngest, Tina, skipped near the edge of the forest and fell into a hidden pit. "Help!" she cried. From behind a bush, Okon watched in alarm. Then he heard it. "Emma!" "To the rescue!" the eldest cried. "Lila's coming too!" shouted another. And then, the third voice. "Tina, hold on!" cried Sori. The names. He had them. He watched as the sisters rescued Tina, hugging her tightly. Moved by their love, Okon stepped out and shouted across the square. "I know their names. Oma, Lila, Tina, and Sori." Gasps filled the air. Okon, the village fool, had done the impossible. He stood before King Jabari, the princesses by his side. "I know their names," he declared. "And I have one more truth. I am not who I seem." The crowd fell silent. "I am Prince Okon of the Hidden River Kingdom. I came here in disguise, not as a drunkard, but as a man seeking true hearts." The villagers were stunned. The man they had mocked was a prince. The princesses, once thought foolish, had been truly understood. King Jabari, seeing the joy and honesty in his daughter's eyes, smiled. "You have shown great wisdom and love," he said. "You are worthy." The weddings were magical. The kingdom danced for days. And as the sun set over Zoraya, the village whispered of a tale that would be passed down for generations, a story of 4 bold princesses and a clever prince who saw them for who they truly were. The end. If you enjoyed the tale, don't forget to like the video, comment, and share it with your family and friends. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell for more magical stories like this one. Goodbye for now.